How's it going, crew? This is Happy Days, and welcome to another episode of the Weekly Wire, where we talk about different game mechanics in Terraria and explain how you can use them for your own enjoyment in your own Terraria world. Today I'm actually in an expert mode world, and I'm actually going to explain to you today some of the really good tips and tricks that can help you get started in this really punishing game mode. The reason I'm doing this episode is I just started playing an expert world for fun, and I realized there's quite a few things that you kind of are expected to know about if you want to get a good start in expert world. So yeah, stay tuned and let's have a look at some of the cool things you can do early on. One of my favourite things to do when I start a new playthrough, and it's even more important in expert mode, is I generally make some new wooden weapons straight away. Now I'm in a snow biome, so I have lots of boreal wood here. And what happens is when you make a weapon, it generally just gives you this basic one like this. However, if you persevere, and it can seem wasteful to waste your wood straight away, although wood is free, you can eventually start to get modifiers on them. So you can see that the standard boreal 8 damage for crit, this one's slightly faster with an extra point of damage. Which may not seem like much, but in expert mode, every little bit extra that you can get is really, really cool. So let's take our deadly one. Now the same applies if, say, you're an archer character and you're using bows. So when you first make it, you might just get a standard boreal wood bow, 6 damage. If you try making some more, okay, we already got a point damage upgrade and a critical strike, which is pretty cool. This one's got speed and velocity, a standard one again. Okay, so as you can see, there's actually a lot of different modifiers you can get on the standard basic weaponry, which can make a big difference, especially when mobs hit as hard as they do in the early game. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. And because you see, every point of damage is going to count. And this actually leads me on to the next thing that is awesome to do at the start of expert mode, and that's going to be to set up a zombie farm. So let's get started. So at the start of this adventure, I mined straight down, and the reason for doing that was to get some lava early on. Lava you can just get with, you only need enough lead to make 3 bars, and then you just make a bucket with it. So what we're actually going to do is just move away from our town NPC a bit and make a small box to keep us safe just while we're setting this up. So let's get rid of all our extra tools that we made. And what we're going to do is just create your standard little lava trap here. So the reason, you just make the small box and then expand it out just to give you a bit of breathing space here. This is also good for farming the demon eyes as well. That should... Uh-oh. He's probably going to... Oh no, there we go. Lovely. It also works for demon eyes, and I'll show you how to do that too. So let's put a nice campfire down. Nice and warm and toasty. Okay, so we've got the sides like this. Let's put a bucket of lava in the top. And part of the reason for farming zombies early on is to try and get a shackle. That extra point of defense mightn't seem like much, but it might save your life. Okay, let's see, there we go. Another thing you can do is just hammer the edges of the little trap here. And what that actually does is when the demon eyes hit it, and wow, nice timing. Instead of bouncing off it, it actually sort of glides into the lava bed that way. So he's going to bounce around for a while, as all good demon eyes do. But as you saw in that last little bit then, he actually clipped into the box, which is totally awesome. Now, the reason I've moved a bit away from town is because I will get critters spawning occasionally. But the zombies will help deal with those. Beautiful. So let's leave this farming for a while and I'll speed ahead and we'll see what loot we got. Okay, so that was a pretty fun way to spend the night. We got a few lenses. I didn't manage to get a shackle, but it was still lots of fun to use. If you do put doors on it, just make sure you cover the door during the night with some blocks, or the zombies won't automatically jump into the lava pit. They'll do the knock on the door AI. And this will be handy to keep for blood moons as well. Okay, the last thing I want to share, and it's something that I do in all my playthroughs, and it's especially important in an expert mode run, is to start a plant farm super early. And clay is generally ignored by quite a few players, but for 6 clay you can actually make clay pots, and they don't require any specific dirt requirement to grow plants in, so you can pretty much use any seeds in any pot. So all you do is make some space for them, make sure there's not a bloodthirsty frost slime about to tear your head off. Oh my gosh, they're so tough. Yeah, gotcha. Oh goodness. Okay, let's make some burial platforms to put in the middle. And there we go. So just some platforms, and then we can put our pots along it. And then I collected some Daybloom earlier, so you can put those in the pots. And let's put some Shiverthorn in there too. And obviously that's quite a modest way to get started, but the sooner you do it, the sooner your collection of seeds and all that good stuff will grow. So to finish up this first episode of what might be a new series for expert mode tips, or is just a standalone have a bit of fun, I think the main thing with expert mode is that it is a lot different than the standard playthrough, and things you mightn't worry too much about usually are a lot more important in expert mode. So as you can see with my house here, I've just made a few little changes to the design and actually turned my base into a bit of a home defense thing. So I've made 4 block wide sort of chasms either side of the house, and the mobs will fall, the monsters and zombies will fall through the platforms because they're trying to get to my character that's down here. Whereas NPCs and stuff should walk nicely along it. So it's a nice easy way to get some more farm and do it relatively safely. And you can see even the demon eyes will come down here too. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you're interested in learning anything else about expert mode, just let me know in the comments what you'd like some advice with or anything like that. Or if you're just happy for me to do general sort of tips videos for expert mode too. I'm having a lot of fun just playing it just for the pure joy of it. So leave a like if you've enjoyed it. Keep those comments coming as I just said, and if you haven't subscribed yet, guys, click that little HD icon in the bottom right corner. You won't be disappointed. Ooh, and make sure you click the straw poll that's at the bottom. The voting's pretty even so far for our next series. It looks like Yo-Yo is in front at the moment, but you never know what's going to win. So, until next time, you all stay happy, and I'll see you soon. This is HappyDays, signing out. See ya! And that means that ectoplasm will be, getting farmed nicely. And you can see that was dead easy to set up that. So the mobs can cruise up the sides, the mimics can get in, which is one of the main things. Yeah, we've got lots of good loot. Oh, he's got 3,000 health! He's only got 3,000!